6.5 minutes to play. The largest lead of the game has been 7 for Buducnost. Pollen working with Lukovic again. Pollen steps back, takes on the 3 off front iron, but the hop off the window, and it could be Mornar's night. The largest lead of the evening at 9 points as Jacob Pollen hits 17 for the game. His first on the outside to make it at least 1-3 in 16 straight EuroCup games now. A slice of good fortune about that one, but they all count the same. A timeout called on the Buducnost bench by Petr Mijevic, because their hosts and their close neighbours Mornar are opening up a gap. Buducnost do have plenty of time and plenty of weapons to mount a comeback in this one. But Mornar are the team in the ascendancy at the moment. Looking full of confidence, playing their best basketball of the evening right now, here in the fourth quarter. The fourth quarter in which they have a 9-3 edge to stretch their lead up to 9 points. And look at the scoring run, which bridges the gap of the third and fourth quarter. 20-4. That was directly in response to Buducnost's largest lead of 7 points. 3-point shot off the back of the timeout. What a big blow from Suad Shehovic for Buducnost when they needed something. Drawn up by the coach, executed to perfection by the players. 6 points the gap. Jeremic. Here's Kenny Gabriel, nice backdoor cut through the paint, in behind by Isaiah Whitehead. And the two Shehovic brothers having their say on this derby. Mornar by 8. Cobbs hanging one up. And going to the heavens to throw it down, Willie Reed. Double figures for Reed now as he gets the applause from his coach. 6 points the gap, 5.5 to play. These two teams perhaps saving their best for last. Jeremic moving it on. Kenny Gabriel. Pollen getting free on the perimeter, gets away from Cobbs towards the foul line, looking back out. Shot clock's down to the final 3 seconds here. Pollen a long way from the basket. Is he aware? Heaves it up from distance. And Shehovic is underneath to grab the loose ball. Across the midway point of the quarter, inside, getting the score and the foul. Nikola Ivanovic picking his moment to pounce for his first score of the night. He'd missed his first 5 shots before getting in and attacking in transition. And getting a foul along the way for a chance at a 3-point play. The third foul on Jeremic, who will go to the bench. The home team's first player to hit 3 fouls. Buducnost have Apic, Reed and Zugic all on 3. Nikola Ivanovic hits 3 points. Finally gets going. He had 21 in last week's win when he had 5 of 13 from the field, including 3 of 7 from downtown and 8 of 10 at the foul line. Buducnost have, with the help of their leading scorer through the season so far, being able to mount a comeback down the stretch here as we see the 7 days magic moment here tonight. And it was this huge block right at the end of the third quarter from Taylor Smith. Uroš Lukovic's teammate produced almost a carbon copy in the fourth, but it's Smith who gets the pick as he emphatically shuts down the 17-year-old Fedor Zugic, who was driving at pace down the baseline. Only a 3-point game now. Remember, back in the third quarter, Mornar mounted A very quick comeback from trailing by 7 points. And Buducnost are looking to replicate that, having trailed very recently by 9 points. They've closed the gap already to 3. Three double-digit scorers apiece for Mornar, 17 points for Mullen, 11 each for Whitehead and Gabriel. For Buducnost, 13 for Ejim, 12 for Suad Shehovic, and 10 for Willie Reed. Isaiah Whitehead handling the ball off the back of the timeout as he goes across centre court as we go across the midway point of the final quarter on this historic night in Montenegro. Far side, good look for the 3. Rims out for Whitehead. And a chance for Buducnost to get within 1 or maybe even tie. Justin Cobbs has got 8 points, 5 assists tonight. Just the 1 turnover. Gets it back from Ivanovic. Plenty of movement. Shehovic back to Cobbs again. Reed running interference. Gets inside. Corner 3. Ivanovic. Beautiful Buducnost basketball. They were swarming all over the place, dizzying the Mornar defense. And they tie the game from 9 down in the 4th quarter on Derby night here on the Montenegrin coast. 70-70, it all comes down to the final 4 minutes. Reed getting back quickly to block the passing lane, and here come Buducnost again. Ivanovic to Cobbs, wide open 3 for the lead. No, Reed, the tip wouldn't go down either. And Lukovic grabs the rebound and unleashes Mullen in transition. He can't finish, nor can Gabriel on the putback. And it ricochets into the hands of Suad Shehovic. Nikola Ivanovic controlling the ball far side. 3.5 minutes to play. These two neck and neck in the derby. Ivanovic floats one just inside the paint and scores. Nikola Ivanovic with all of his points coming here in the 4th quarter. A 10-0 Buducnost run. They turn a 9-point deficit into a lead. Whitehead, did he lose out there to Reed? He did, he's called for the travel. And Coach Pavicevic on the Mornar bench saying calm down. His team seemed to be in a commanding position. Well, they weren't able to keep their focus and keep their lead. Nikola Ivanovic, 8 points down the final stretch, working with Willie Reed. He gives it to Reed, up against Smith, and a foul on the floor. And that will send Willie Reed to the foul line because Mornar now are the first team at the foul limit in the 4th, despite Buducnost getting to 4 fouls very early on. Buducnost by 3. Mullen gets inside, and there's a whistle on the play. He's looking to attack the basket. The basket will count. Interference with the shot. 2.5 to play, just a 1-point game. (68-59) was the largest lead of the game to the home team. What a response it's been from Buducnost since then. But it all comes down to the final 2.5 minutes. Justin Cobbs getting in, shot disrupted, great defense from Mornar. And here they come in transition, at pace, with options, and with the score for Kenny Gabriel, as Mornar edge themselves ahead down the final stretch of this race here tonight. Ivanovic. Working with Nikolic, he takes on the three with the hand in his face. Long rebound if they can get there, bodies colliding, picked up by Shehovic on the far side. Into the final 2 minutes. Crunch time on Derby night. Hung high and going to the heavens to hammer home. Willie Reid gives the lead back to Buducnost in style. A rim rocker from Reid. It might just knock the stuffing out of Mornar. A minute and a half to play, Buducnost back ahead. We said there'd be a few twists and turns in the second half. There have been plenty. There could be a few more. Kenny Gabriel. Whitehead. Working with Gabriel on this near side. Whitehead was not aware of the shot clock. And Mornar aren't happy with this situation. Not sure if they feel that there was an issue with the clock. Does it hit the rim here to reset the clock? No, they're saying that the shot clock was still ticking, but the buzzer went early. As Whitehead hit the shot from distance. What a contentious moment towards the end of this game. The officials will check the video. We're not seeing those pictures. Once again, they will slow it right down. They will check the clock. They will check the buzzer. Make sure everything was running smoothly. The shot from Whitehead was certainly a smooth one. But they have to get this correct with only 79 seconds remaining. And what has been a matchup that's lived up to the billing, the first ever Montenegrin derby in the 7 days EuroCup. And these two have been separated by single digits throughout. Lead change after lead change, scoring run after scoring run, especially in this second half. Mornar trailing by 1 at the moment. Coach Pavicevic asking for the basket to count. It looks like they are putting some time back on the shot clock. Coach Pavicevic understandably upset with that situation. So Mornar will get the ball back, but only have a second to shoot. Now here we go. Whitehead releases there, and he does so before the shot clock expires. But they can't count the basket because the buzzer had already gone. That is incredibly harsh on Mornar. They're only going to get 0.8 seconds to inbound and shoot, instead of getting the 3. Now, the caveat to that is that when Whitehead knocked down the shot, the defense perhaps had stopped playing. Which is why maybe it would be unfair to allow the basket. But why there was a problem with a lack of synergy between the buzzer and the shot clock, I don't know. And they're still trying to get this sorted out. We've got 1 minute and 20 seconds remaining in the game. The shot clock at 0.8, which is just enough time to receive and shoot. This game was travelling at such a pace towards a dramatic conclusion. This has rather put the brakes on it, but it's more controversy, more drama in a second half and fourth quarter in particular that's had a bit of everything. Whitehead to inbound. What can they do with this limited time remaining? They get a shot away, but over the top from Kenny Gabriel. He had to release so quickly on the turn. Mornar have to shake off that disappointment and remain focused here down the stretch as we tick towards the final minute. Buducnost in front by 1. Do they lose it? Over centre court, they do. They turn it over. A backcourt violation against Nikola Ivanovic. Great credit to Mornar, shaking off that disappointment, the shot clock issue, turning their attention to defence and playing it doggedly and diligently. We'll have a timeout with 64 seconds to play. 15th turnover of the night for Buducnost here. Whitehead, who had that three-pointer chalked off, was the man who was playing the tight defence. We've had a 7-point lead for Buducnost. We've had a 9-point lead for Mornar. We've had a series of lead changes down the final stretch, a series of big plays on offense and defense. Both teams with 3 double-digit scorers. Some big dunks, some big blocks. Now a big finish. Mornar ball. 64 seconds to play. Buducnost with the lead, though, by a single point. Mullen spots a gap, blazes into it, gets inside, gets the foul before the putback was thrown down by Whitehead. Both teams at the foul limit, so Jacob Mullen will go to the line where he's 4 of 6 so far. Bodies hitting the hardwood. As Willie Reed commits his 4th foul. 1 more and he's out of the game. 1 rebound away from a double-double tonight, Willie Reed. 13 points, 9 boards. Mullen is the leading scorer in the game, and he hits 20 as he hits that one. Came in averaging a joint league 10th best 16 points a game. Had 22 in defeat last week. He's got 21 here tonight as Mornar take the lead again as we enter the final minute of play on this historic night in Bar. Cobbs to Nikolic. Nikola Ivanovic gives it to Cobbs, who's fouled straight away. Had Whitehead and Mullen right on top of him. The foul is going to be on Jacob Mullen. It's his first of the game. He's drawn 7 fouls from the opposition. Such a fine balancing act between tight defence, tenacious defence, and committing the foul, but that might turn out to be a good foul as Justin Cobbs misses the first free throw. His first trip to the line tonight, he's got 8 points, 6 assists, just the 1 turnover. He hits the second to tie us up, 76-76. These two local rivals, separated by just 50 kilometres here in Montenegro, have been inseparable over 39.5 minutes. Mullen back out to Whitehead. Shot clock to 7. Isaiah Whitehead to the far side. Wonderful pass. Gabriel from the corner. The 3. No. Reed the rebound to complete his double-double. And the ball in the hands of Buducnost to go for the win. Just about 0 differential between shot clock and game clock at the end of this fascinating derby matchup. Justin Cobbs dictating the tempo. Buducnost should get the final shot, and they will do so to try and win it. Here goes Cobbs, blazes past the defense, high off the window, doesn't go down. Gabriel, he will heave one from centre court, and we are heading to overtime. 5 more minutes of EuroCup action here in Montenegro tonight. At the end of regulation in the first Montenegrin derby in this competition, it's Mornar 76, Buducnost 76. 76 . was a tremendous fourth quarter of EuroCup basketball. And you can almost disregard all of these facts and stats now. It comes down to 5 minutes to separate these two rivals. But Mornar, in the end, the far better team on the interior. Buducnost, the better team on the exterior, as we see the foul trouble. Willie Reed, the only player on 4 fouls in the game, 1 away from fouling out. Both teams will start the overtime period at the foul limit. That carries over from the fourth quarter as we see the leading scorers, Jacob Mullen, 21 points tonight. Ejim and Reed both lead Buducnost with 13. They've spread their points around, 12 as well for Sead Shehovic. And for Mornar, they've got 13 from Gabriel and 11 from Whitehead. Mornar had the better of the third quarter. Buducnost in the end had the better of the fourth. Some big plays from both teams. Poland to Lukovic for a couple of alley-oops. Reed with the two-handed throwdown to complete one for Buducnost. This game has been so hotly contested, so tight and tense all night long. These two have waited a long, long time to go head-to-head on the European scene after so many battles in domestic action, in the Montenegrin League and Cup, so many finals against each other. But here they are with the first ever meeting in Europe, and it goes to overtime. 76-76, the score after regulation. Cobbs back out, turns it over. And here come Mornar at pace. Shehovic wouldn't go down, with his brother back there helping out defensively for Buducnost. They still have possession. Isaiah Whitehead to inbound. Poland trying to get free, far side. He's up against Ivanovic. Gets to the foul line and backs off. Wants to attack maybe one-on-one against Ivanovic. Pulls up for the three with the hand in his face. Misses it. Rebound Reed. 13 points, 11 boards now for him. Ivanovic off to Cobbs. Ivanovic again, 8 points, all of them coming in the fourth quarter. Floats one high towards Reed, batted away by Taylor Smith, who telegraphed that one mid-air. Neither defense coming unglued so far in overtime. Poland, bounce pass at the other end, attacking strong was Taylor Smith, and he was fouled on his route to the rim. And that will be the end of the line for Willie Reed. Big moment, perhaps, in Mornar Bar's favour. By design, perhaps, they attack on the interior with Taylor Smith to see Willie Reed foul out of the game. He fouls out with a double-double. 13 points, 11 rebounds, 3 of which have come on the offensive glass. He shot well at 5 of 7 from the field. But we'll see no more action tonight. Smith only 2 of 5 at the foul line, 1 of 2 on each of his previous 2 trips tonight. He hopes to go 1 of 2 here now. And this is both. Still no points in overtime. Ivanovic. Passing lane blocked off. Still Buducnost ball though. Melvin Ejim off to Justin Cobbs. Cobbs out to the corner, Ivanovic. And a rock fake draws the foul on Whitehead. Third foul on Isaiah. Both teams at the foul limit to start overtime, so Nikola Ivanovic goes to the foul line, looking to give Buducnost the edge. Had such a slow start to this game. Missed his first 4 shots, I believe it was, from the field, but he's up to 10 points now to hit double figures for a 9th straight EuroCup game. He's knocked down at least 1 3 in all of them. He's got 4 assists tonight as well, albeit with 6 turnovers. He becomes the 4th Buducnost player to hit double figures in scoring. Whitehead dribbles the ball off his own foot, recovered before the backcourt violation. Says calm down, there's still time on the shot clock. Whitehead trying to stay cool and composed on the perimeter as he nails a big shot. Isaiah Whitehead using the full extent of the shot clock and not by design. 14 points for him now, he's 2nd on the outside. 1 point the Mornar lead. Cobbs has other ideas, misses. Ejim getting the offensive rebound but can't get the puck back, and Gabriel cleans up on the glass. Buducnost have a big 11-5 edge on the offensive boards, but they can't make the most of it that time. Whitehead on to Mullen. 21 points tonight for him. The crossover looks to attack Shehovic. Stuck to all the way. Forced into the miss. 2.5 to play in overtime. Ball in the hands of Nikola Ivanovic. We've only had the 1 field goal so far in 2.5 minutes of the extra period. Ivanovic, who's hit a couple of foul shots, getting into the paint and scoring and giving Buducnost the lead. Their first field goal of this overtime period. 12 points now for Ivanovic. And there's a whistle. Something away from the ball handler on this near side of the court. 2 minutes and 9 seconds to play. Coach Pavicevic on the Mornar bench and Coach Mijovic on the Buducnost bench. Desperate for a win. Would carry their team a long way towards the top 16 of the 7 days EuroCup. Just having to clean up that part of the court to make sure the playing surface is safe. Isaiah Whitehead ready to inbound. 14 points, 5 assists for him tonight. Jacob Mullen gets away, gets inside, gets the easy score. The breakdown in the Buducnost defense, 23 points for Mullen. 1 hour ahead. We've had a couple of lead changes here in overtime. Far side, Ejim, 3-point shot, not this time, wide open, he misses it. Mullen again, taking his time, up against Cobbs. Sead Shehovic, up against Ejim. Shehovic, edge of the paint, lost it on the dribble. Buducnost getting hands on the ball and coming away with it with Justin Cobbs. A chance for them to retake the lead again. Cobbs, 3-point shot, no. And Whitehead battling on the boards, a hard fall for Melvin Ejim. Just before that, though, you saw that was Buducnost's 8th steal of the night. He came in averaging only 3.9, which was the worst in the competition. They've been, perhaps as expected, a little bit more intense on defense tonight, particularly with this being a derby. I'm sure Coach Mijovic demanded more intensity. It can't always be about offense. His team are going to have free throws here to try and restore the lead with 73 seconds to play of overtime. Melvin Ejim at the line, up to 14 points. He's 3 of 4 from the stripe. He's got 7 rebounds tonight, 4 of which have come on the offensive glass. 2 assists and 2 steals as well. He's done a bit of everything. And he hits a couple of big free throws here to give Buducnost the lead with 70 seconds to play. Such a tight game, it could come down to free throw percentage. Buducnost have 3 extra points in that regard tonight. They lead by 1. Whitehead attacking Ejim, lost it on the dribble on the underside of the backboard. A bit of confusion as to which way the possession arrow goes, but it is Buducnost ball. No touch from the defense. Whitehead just lost it. So Buducnost have the ball and the lead as we enter the final minute of overtime. The slenderest of leads, though. They're in no hurry. Nikola Ivanovic walking the ball over centre court, looking to dictate the pace. They spread the floor with plenty of perimeter threats. Ivanovic to the far side to Cobbs. Shot clock to 6. Justin Cobbs going to work. Pulls up for the long 2. Players hitting the floor in the paint, and a foul against Buducnost. Mornar have the ball back with 36 seconds to play. The foul against Melvin Ejim. Leads Buducnost on 15 points at the moment, as well as grabbing 7 rebounds, but he commits his 3rd foul. And even though it's a foul on the offensive rebound, it goes down as a defensive foul. So it sends Whitehead to the line, but he misses the first. This is his first trip to the foul line all evening, despite having played 35 minutes. This one for the tie, and he gets it. 82-82. We are neck and neck again. 36.4 seconds to play. We will go to the 2 benches for a timeout in overtime. Been a massive night of drama in Montenegro. Here in this small coastal town of Bar, population of only around 20,000 in the city. A country that has a population of only around 600,000, many of which reside in the capital Podgorica, where tonight's visitors hail from. That has such a beautiful landscape has produced some beautiful basketball tonight in an historic first ever EuroCup derby. 30 seconds of overtime to play, 82-82. It's Buducnost who have the ball. It's Ivanovic who gets inside, attacks strong, forced into the miss. Shot clock turned off at the end of overtime. Ball in the hands of Isaiah Whitehead. It'll be the home team who have the chance to win it. Jacob Pollen on a big night for him. 23 points, has 5 seconds to get his shot away. Gives it back, Whitehead, the deep 3 for the win! A Derby Day dagger on the Montenegrin coast. Delivered by Isaiah Whitehead. As the clock expires, and Mornar can celebrate a famous win. against the team that for so long they have lived in the shadow of. What a moment for the little team on the coast. Isaiah Whitehead with the big shot to down the men from the capital. The 3 at the end of overtime to win it, as he takes his tally to 18 points. And look what it means for the men in white here tonight, as they go to 3-2 in the 7 days EuroCup, just their second season in the competition, and they inflict just a second defeat on their close neighbours Buducnost, who also go to 3-2. The final score: Mornar 85, Buducnost 82 after overtime. The first ever Montenegrin derby in the 7 days EuroCup, and it did not disappoint here this evening.